Hey there, folks. I am Mighty Quarantine. Bouch just gave me the finger. He thought I wouldn't notice.
It was rigid and stiff.
Hope you can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can. Anyway, here we are with another one of my Christmas gifts from Bouch, by the way. Another big thank you to you. Mm-hmm. This is from Southern Tier Brewing Company. Now, we've looked at their Pumpking in several different iterations.
Yep.
There was the cold pressed coffee Pumpking.
Yeah, which was very good.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we did the nitro Pumpking. I don't think.
We didn't do the nitro. No. We did the nitro. What was the other one? It was
the nitro s'mores.
Yes. And
I think one other nitros, but we've done a lot of Southern Tier brews. I know they're one of your favorite brews.
Really, they are and the reason why I say that is because when you actually try them, the best one from them, and the very first one that we tried. That I tried anyway.
3X chocolate.
Was the chocolate. No, not the 3X. That was later on. The regular chocolate. And that tasted just like a chocolate Hershey bar, really.
It was fucking great. Their dessert beers, the Blackwater series are always solid. They taste exactly like what
they actually say. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I like them. When you actually look at it, I've given them pretty much 4s and 5s out of everything that we've tried. Mm-hmm. And they live up to what's actually printed on the label.
Yes.
And Pumpking was not a disappointment.
No, it's a great solid pumpkin beer. And the different flavors that they've added to it have made it even better.
Yep.
Now, this is the rum barrel-aged Pumpking.
Yep.
So this should be interesting. What I'm noticing here, though, they aged it for 5 months in rum barrels. And now, we did another beer earlier tonight that was at 11.2% ABV. The reason we did that one earlier tonight was because I thought, for some fucking odd reason, that it was the heaviest beer in the fridge.
Well, it might be the heaviest as far as flavor.
Possibly,
but that one's what? That one's at a 12? Yeah, 13.4.
We're looking at 13.4.
Yeah.
So we just went from a lower ABV beer to a higher one.
Yeah.
Not always the best move, but the next two we're doing tonight are lower ABV beers, so we should be okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that typically, if you're planning a long-term drinking strategy for the evening, you want to start at your highest ABV beers and work your way down. Unless, of course, you're dealing with drastically different flavors, in which case you want to
an IPA or a stout or porter or whatever.
You want to start with your lighter flavor beers and move your way up to your darkers. Unless, like you said, there's an IPA involved, in which case you want your hoppy beers last because hops will wreck your palate for the subtle flavors of the others. But
unless you drink Bud Light in between.
Or any other form of water, yes.
Yeah. All right, yes. Then. Michelob Ultra.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's not going to help us there.
No, he won't. As a matter of fact, I think he's probably condemning us at this point.
Well, yeah. Well, he probably did that a long time ago.
For me in high school. For you, probably a little later. But we digress too much here.
And we always do that.
Yes. This is from barrel-aged Pumpking. Comes in at 13.4% ABV, aged in rum barrels. I mean, this has got to be good. I bet it is.
Captain's secret treasure deep in the Southern Tier barrel room. Barrel House.
Now, is it Barrel House series or they put Barrel something series on it?
Yeah, it's Barrel House series.
Barrel House series, okay. As opposed to the Blackwater series.
Oh, that's actually lighter than I thought.
But it has that nice orange pumpkin beer look to it. We're going to go with this. Now, see, there's a darker beer that this shines through pretty well. I've been thinking over the coaster option, or the backlight option, We just had earlier this evening a very, very dark Imperial Stout, the old Rasputin rye whiskey barrel aged.
Yeah, which
And
that wouldn't have.
the light did not penetrate it at all. Bouch is used to no penetration. Me, not so much. But I'm thinking this is going to work for some of the darker beers. Rasputin was just so dark that no light was getting through it no matter what. But we'll revisit that over time. But again, this has a very nice orangish pumpkin beer appearance. This is what I see in a typical pumpkin beer. That's what I see in all my favorite pumpkin beers.
Ooh, I can smell that too.
Yeah, it's slightly effervescent. I get a few bubbles coming up, but it is also very, very hazy. So,
I want that last drop.
I think you got it. Jeez. I've seen videos of white girls doing that. Wait, we're white too. Never mind, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway.
Racist. No.
I don't know.
Don't know, don't care.
I say some insensitive things, so you might be right depending on people's definition.
Yeah.
But I'm going to edit that whole segment out, so it doesn't matter.
Please do.
No, this is a very lovely looking pumpkin beer.
Blumpkin.
The Blumpkins.
Maya likes his Blumpkins.
I can see what you're saying about the aroma.
You can
though. I
definitely smell that.
pumpkin.
You can smell the pumpkin. You can smell a little hint of the rum. I'm kind of wondering what type of, if it's like a real dark spiced rum or if it was just a...
They might have done it in whatever rum barrels they could get and then
Right.
blended the result to get the flavor they were after. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
it
just
really is very,
speculating.
very, very good flavor. You can definitely smell the pumpkin, the pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin, any iteration of pumpkin, we've always been able to smell the pumpkin coming off of it.
Yeah.
So.
And really, I'm pretty much probably going to get the same flavor and taste that we always get.
Yeah, I am getting that slightly sweet molasses
There is
rum
that, yes.
roll too. So.
It's very subtle, though. And I think that's probably because they didn't age it for very long.
5 months.
Right.
Which, honestly, for a beer is good enough. I mean...
Right.
We know Southern Tier's not going to skimp.
That too. On pretty much any of the flavors that we're supposed to see. Or get.
Ooh. That's rum up front. I'm getting like a spiced rum up front. It's reminiscent of Captain Morgan.
It's reminiscent of Captain Morgan's the spiced rum, the spiced pumpkin, the pumpkin blast.
Brilliant. You know what?
That's kind of what I'm getting. That's kind of what I am getting. Is that
Holy
the cannon? You know that little the cannon blast.
Yeah,
the cannon blast bottle.
Pumpkin blast. Jacko blast.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Holy shit! You're right.
That's what I'm getting, and it was really great flavor.
Yeah, I'm getting a spiced rum up front, and then it fades to a pumpkin. It's got a nice medium mouthfeel, by the way.
Yes. And really, if you actually...
Holy shit, it is like a less boozy version of the Jacko Blast.
Yes. Very, very less boozy.
Yeah.
And it's almost... It has the flavor of like your grandma's pumpkin pie that she would put rum in when she'd make it.
My grandmother never put rum in her pumpkin pie.
Some people do.
You son of a bitch. Are you rubbing that in my face?
Some people do.
Yeah.
My grandmother never did neither, but...
Oh. I was going to say, I wish I'd gotten a piece of your grandma's pie.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Never
mind. We've all had your mom's pie, but, you know.
Hey. Apple pie.
Mm.
That's the best pie.
Yep, Cheryl's pie is delicious. What?
No.
You just said the same thing. We all had a piece of her pie. Anyway.
We digress again.
Yes. Yes. That first beer is hitting us a little harder than we thought it would, but that's okay.
No, actually,
hopefully
that's really... I
entertaining.
mean, it has that type of flavor to it. And you know what? I'm kind of interested in seeing. But I know we won't really be able to do it. But put a little bit of that the whipped cream vodka.
You think whipped cream? Yeah, maybe the Pinnacle whipped would go with this. I mean,
maybe. But I wouldn't actually put it in here and ruin the flavor. I'd actually chase it with that.
A chaser, yeah. Tell you what, you find 2 more bottles of this, we'll give it a go.
We'll see.
See, that was me hitting Bouch up for more free beer and him agreeing that he'll think about it.
We'll see. I mean, it has that flavor, and really, if there was a way they could, like, I bet you, if they tried doing this and making it as like a milk stout.
Pumpking is an ale, though, isn't it? I don't think you could throw it in. You might be able to do a blended brew with a milk stout. That could be interesting. This plus a milk stout, I bet would be interesting. You get some chocolate flavor.
I mean, you get that. You get that little milky, not milky, but creaminess to it.
The creaminess. It's more of a consistency, viscosity, mouthfeel thing.
Yeah.
Then
and also a flavor. You get that little bit of a flavor as well.
Yeah.
Like, really, I bet you if you put a little bit of vanilla in it, it would actually get that. You would get that flavor.
Hell, or even put it on a nitro. I don't know how well this beer would hold the nitro charge.
That would work too.
I bet it would be good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's perfect as is. This is actually a full-on 5 out of 5 for me.
Yes, and this is for me too. This is very full-on 5 out of 5.
It's a well put together beer. You get the rum flavor. It's like a spiced rum flavor. You're getting pumpkin from the Pumpking, like a pumpkin pie, like you said, and it's sweet. It's spicy. It's robust.
Yes,
but only has a medium mouthfeel. It's not filling me up. I mean, I could drink this. It's 13% plus ABV. I could.
Yep.
It's not sitting heavy. It's not boozy. It's very mild. I could drink this all fucking night.
Yes. Night.
And hit the floor later on.
That goddamn thing. No, actually, it's a very good beer.
It is amazing.
I'll put it as a 5 out of 5. It is exactly what I expected. There's just that little bit of hint of rum.
Mm-hmm.
And they might have, that's pretty much what they did. They did that right on purpose at 5 months. And it made that very subtle background note. Just like if somebody was making an apple pie with a pumpkin pie. The spicy, with the spices, the correct amount of spicy and all that stuff, with a little bit of rum in it. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit, just enough for that taste. And that's what I'm getting out of this.
Pardon. Yeah, it is an amazing beer. And I gotta say, big props to you. I mentioned you got this for me for Christmas. Thank you. And the old Rasputin that we did earlier this evening was another Christmas gift from you.
Yeah. Well, actually, I picked these up before that. I saw the Rasputin, but I gave it to Alan Christmas, but I figured, what the hell.
Big props, because both beers wound up being a perfect 5 out of 5 from each of us.
Yep.
They are amazing. But yeah, definitely check this one out. When you do, hit us up down below in the comments, an email link down below, and love to hear what you have to say about the rum barrel aged pumpkin, because I think you'll find it just as enjoyable as we did.
The other thing is, if you can't find this specifically, grab any other Southern Tier. Any other Southern Tier product, try it, you're going to love it.
Any Pumpking, any Southern Tier. Just search through the videos on this channel. You'll probably find most of them reviewed.
As far as like what we
bringing
find,
them over,
as
and
far
I
as
can't
what
say
we
no
found,
because they're fucking great.
Right. I mean, and like I said, the best one out of their whole friggin' lineup is the chocolate. The 3-time chocolate.
It's a perfect introduction to
also
beers.
very good. one of the other one, they also do the 8-day-a-week pack.
Yeah. I haven't picked one of those up yet. I keep meaning to.
And those are very good. Those are very good. And one of the things that I also, the first one that we actually tried, I think, was actually the 2-time IPA.
Probably.
Which it was a double IPA, which I don't care about. I don't care about IPAs, but that actually kind of steered me in the direction of IPAs. And they made it so well that it turned me on more to IPAs, along with Marsh Island Swayze was the one that really got me on it.
The 2X was one of the first ones that you didn't think sucked.
Yeah.
And then I think what really hit you was when we hit you with Stone's
Ruin 10.
Ruin 10.
Yep.
You got so overloaded with hops, you're like, oh shit, this is actually pretty good.
Yep. And one of the other ones was the Sam Adams ones too. It actually, all of the ones that had the IPA.
Pills. Noble Pills isn't technically an IPA, but it is hoppy.
Yeah.
Folks, if you want to introduce your friends to hoppy beers or IPAs, hit them with the Stone Ruin 10.
Yeah. That's one of them.
Blow them away with how hoppy it is.
Yep.
You just completely inoculate them, so everything else is more subtly hopped than Ruin 10, and they pick up on the subtle notes.
Yep. And the other one, actually, the other two that I actually don't mind, that are very good for IPAs, is Monkey Fist.
I was gonna say Monkey Fist and Rebel IPA.
No, it was Marsh Island.
Marsh Island.
Marsh Island Swayze.
Yeah, you mentioned it before. That's why I didn't go back to it.
Even that's not really an IPA, or is it?
No, I can't remember if they marketed it as an IPA or not, but it is a very great hazy, hoppy beer.
It does have some good hops into it, and really, some people are going to say one that I've kind of noticed also, as far as like, and I think I've said this in one of the other videos there about IPAs. One of the ones also that are just the generic ones from the big breweries.
They're trying to grab onto that craft beer success. Yes.
Well, no, it was actually, you get a little bit of a hoppy flavor and more hoppy notes in Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, yeah. Which is why I started gravitating towards it, I think, versus some of the other domestic light beers.
Right.
If I'm on a budget, Miller Lite, because it does have some hoppiness to it.
Yep. And actually, and it's not really hoppy, but
no,
you know what I mean.
But you notice it over and above things like
Bud Light,
Coors Light,
Bud Light, Coors Light, and all the other Weasel Piss beers.
Hey, folks, while you're down there talking to us about this beer or any other beer, because we love talking
any other beer from Southern Tier that you may get that we might actually not see here, because Southern Tier is a Chicago, right?
Is it Chicago? In Maine.
I actually do believe it is Chicago.
Lakewood, New York. So they are on the East Coast. I was wrong and you were wrong. So.
Yep.
But anyway,
New York.
We don't get all of their brews up here in Maine, but
just like a lot of the other ones, like Brooklyn and all them too. And Brooklyn's actually pretty good. Is a very good beer. The only time we get those is really in the Brewfest.
Yep.
Which we are going to one.
Extreme Brewfest, February 1st. Oh, I love that fucking fest.
And Boston.
It's why I can't cut it out of my schedule. With my budget, I keep cutting Brewfests off.
Yep.
But we have maintained Extreme every year.
Well,
because
actually,
it's one that I definitely do not want to miss.
I think we we're kind of cutting him short here. It's actually from Jeremiah.
Yes.
He's one of our friends that he's been getting the tickets for us, but we pay for everything else as a but
because Mr. Moneybags probably makes twice as much as
hey, come on.
I'm not disparaging him.
I'm actually saying thank you.
Yes.
Right now,
a huge thank you
for that
because
for the last 5 years, 3-4 years.
No, you're probably.
I think it's been 5.
He keeps we walk in. And we try to hand him the cash for the tickets. He's like, nope, Merry Christmas. Dude, You're a fucking god among men for that.
And thank you very much.
Because Extreme Brewfest is fucking awesome. I always plan for the payment. I'm not counting on you covering it, but we always appreciate it when you do. And it's one of the reasons we haven't cut it out is because that fest is pretty much the best fest we go to.
Right.
I'm going to say it. I'm sorry.
And really, everybody from Maine actually goes to it. Everybody, every brewery from Maine actually goes to it. For the most part, anyway.
Well, the ones who have a beer that could be considered extreme,
right?
They all show up. So
right, and I mean, Sam Adams is there. All the other
the bigger breweries,
breweries like Dogfish Head, which, well, actually,
they usually sponsor it. They'll probably have half a dozen beers this year as well.
Yeah. Actually, no.
Yeah, the
Dogfish
Sam Adams thing. But
which looks like you have a video. You have a video on that too.
It looks like they're still operating as independent entities at this point, which I'm okay with. I'd love to see them collaborate more, but the fact that the Boston Beer Company owns Dogfish Head technically, has not impacted the quality or quantity of beers we're seeing from either brewery at this point, which is fucking great. The merger so far has been a good thing.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
All right. Yes, I think we're winding down at this point.
I am going to say one other thing.
Oh, I'm wrong.
I'm going to say one other thing. If you have a brew, have a home brew that you want us to try, you have a friend that's doing one that you can get some feedback on, and give your friend that. If you want anybody, that has one, that has a home brew, contact that man.
Yep, same place, email link, or the comment section. We're always up for free beers.
Yep.
Whether it's a home brew or something you just want to see us review, you can submit it, you can send it, and we'll do it.
Yep. And also, I will tell you one other thing. We know from a few past videos that he has tried doing some homebrew of his own.
I've done one so far, and it was successful.
Right, and everybody that I know that has tried it has said that it's good.
I appreciate you spreading that around because, see, I get feedback from people who directly know me, and I can't help but think sometimes that's biased because they don't want to say anything negative.
Right.
But, you're getting it from family and friends.
Yep, that I actually, they don't know you, but they know of you.
Yeah.
And they also watch the videos as well.
Okay.
They liked it. Yeah, I like that too. That was good.
The aftertaste and the belches.
Oh yeah, that was even better than. Well, I won't say that was better than the initial drink, but
the beer's amazing.
It was very good.
Anyway.
No, if you actually want to see him try to create something that's kind of even.
Look, we're still on the idiot-proof kits. Let's not go to suggesting recipes.
That's true. But think about it. Maybe there might be a niche that actually we could find, that you could find, that would actually kick off
something.
You never know.
No, I hear you.
So and you've seen some of our video. I know I did one a little while ago. I don't know if you posted it yet.
Not yet.
You haven't posted that one yet?
I might post it before this airs. I don't know.
But we'll see. All right.
With your self-aware review of my homebrew, yes.
Yes. Actually, which was very good.
And I appreciate that. Someday I will move beyond the idiot-proof pre-measured kits, and we'll see what happens then.
Right. But we will. I'm actually asking my family because my dad and my grandfather actually had a recipe, and I've been trying to find out who has it right now.
And I really wish somebody would find it because.
But
between your grandfather, my grandfather, we'll have some generational advice.
Right.
But I don't know if anybody in my family has it. You're running into the same fucking roadblock.
And well, I know my uncle had it at some point.
At one point.
And he actually has a kit and all that stuff, just like what you bought. But it sounds like actually he had it quite a while ago. So it was when they first started doing the kits and all that. So we'll see. But until then, just make some comments to him. Let us know what you think.
To sum it up,
I think we've gone a little longer on this.
nah, it's all right. I'm probably not going to edit anything. We'll see.
Well, there's a couple things you could probably
Maybe.
take up.
Yeah.
Some of the things that
We'll see.
But
In any case, hit us up down below with the comments and email link for any of the subjects or topics that we've mentioned before. Also, don't forget to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, folks. Big thanks to Bouch for a couple of Christmas gifts that really panned out to be amazing fucking beers. Cheers.
keep drinking.
Ooh. That one is getting guzzled. Boom!
That's actually smoother than
The old Rasputin.
yeah.
I noticed.
And you know why? I think it's actually because they use the spice rum barrels.
Yeah, it gives it a lot more flavor.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is not like Bacardi Silver.
Right.
This has got to be some kind of spiced rum.
Yep.
Got to.
Keep drinking.